Okay, I'm gonna do a reading and whatever comes out for each element. Uh, but I have something written here. We have a full moon today at 4:28 p.m. A lot of things are going to get exposed, but it's gonna be like watching a clock. It's no point in trying to figure out what and where, because it's the timing is relative to each person. Um, I was also going to say, I can't remember. Anyway, the full moon is at 4:28 p.m. in Taurus, which is at a degree that asks about discipline with spiritual gifts and discipline with finances, contracts. So now it's more so about how they were used. So there's nothing left to do at this point. It's kind of like judgment time when it comes to um, how contracts, spiritual gifts, and what did I say? I got so much stuff that I want to say, but I'm trying to get the message out first. Financial discipline, spiritual gifts. I forget what it was. Maybe it was just two. And then also Saturn is going direct, and it went direct at 9:21 a.m. So it's more so about people learning the lesson. Like now, there's proof and evidence to show you everything that you've been doing. It's more of a time of proof. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself, but it's a receptive time where you do nothing. You will get information about things that you've been working on, like results, just results in general when it comes to finances and spiritual gifts. Um, and then people will be able to go from there. Uh, but let me read this because it's this full moon is going to be one for the books because there's communities and organizations that's going down, sororities, all of that stuff is ending. It is ending. I don't. Some people just don't even understand. They won't even see it coming. It says sixth house nationally. So the sixth house nationally. It says money and spiritual gifts. It says ricochet energy for lovers and competitors. Uh, Discernment was the lesson to be learned. It says impulsive actions taken or instigated to overthrow people out of emotional disturbance, envy, jealousy, greed, all of those things. So I should have read that because that's what I was trying to say. So now the results of contracts and inheritances and spiritual gifts. But let's see what comes out because the cards kind of help me to speak to y'all way better than I just interpreted it because I have the information flowing through me and it's just like it makes me speak choppy and it's not decoded and broke down. But if y'all been with me for a minute, y'all already know that. Right, let's just see what comes out. I'm going to do a general and then I'll read one of these decks right here. Oh, another thing I wanted to say is everything that we see as a competition, the presidency, this fight that's happening tonight, everything that is taking place has a spiritual tone. It's more spiritual than it is physical. So pride and ego is going to be checked. That's always going to get checked when it comes to the situations. I wanted to say there is no winner. Okay. So this is saying it's a receptive time, and this is saying messages are not coming through properly, or somebody is not listening to messages. So, like I said, it's a receptive time because everybody doesn't have all the information. Results. When you get results of something, that's when you know which direction you're going to take based on those results and what you did. Some people did bad stuff. Some people did secret stuff. Some people did good stuff. Some people put in a lot of effort and hard work into things and they're waiting for those returns. So the returns, you're going to more so see them next year, but There's things that need to play out in the next few months that doesn't require anything. Just be quiet and sit still, and that's it. Okay. Up in the air. Let me read this card, because the book can tell you exactly what I said, but where you can take it in better. It says, up in the air. It says, during this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There's too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to handle. So when I start speaking clearly and then choppy, it means I'm getting download. That's what I was just saying to y'all. So it's like, it's things external to you. Okay, if we are becoming one mind and one body, and you got a huge wave of awakenings coming, all of those things, it's like a bunch of gears that one gear can't unlock the rest of the gear until things come together. So it's people getting out of marriages, for instance, that will marry other people. There are people leaving jobs to go join other companies to bring that company up that was once down. There are people, collaborations for business opportunities. There are opportunities for people to heal, just to come into alignment. And once those people heal, for example, once those people heal, they can cover a larger audience. They can heal more people after they have that healing that they need. Because somebody that's corrupted, I'm not going to get into all of that, but I'm going to say it to you like this, because anybody can be corrupted. It is people that's finally getting the help through alternative therapies that's making a difference. They're not getting a pill. They're not getting a clinical, what do you call it? A clinical evaluation. They are alternative therapies, water therapies, martial arts. It's so many different therapies that can unlock a person's full potential that allows them to help other people that are kind of on their timeline, or you know what I mean? Like people, like, I can't talk to drug dealers. I can't talk to drug dealers, but I'm saying, if I was a drug dealer, y'all know I got crazy analogies, but I'm saying I can't go out and talk to strippers if I haven't lived the strippers life. Like, if I'm operating in a sector or a faction and I want to get people to have that understanding, you got to be able to go through it. You capped at your level of evolution. You can only speak or administer to people at a certain level. So kind of, y'all get it. Okay. It says, trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you at the right time. So we moving from out of control and into the state of flow. But the rest of this year is reserved for the people that thought they were in control, still want power. They have the rest of the year to see what their outcome is. So we closing out that year, and it's going to change a lot of things next year, because there's going to be very, very fast movement. We moving into a 9-year, which is endings. This was all about contracts, whether something would be birthed or whether something would die. It talks about money, inheritances, taxes. That can change a lot of things for people going into next year that thought they're forecasted for that outcome. That's why it's so important to be in a state of flow, so that the things can come to you instead of you bypassing those things and going to control something. So, it's a lot of people still fighting, but that's not your concern. It's a receptive time to just sit and chill out. Okay. Things happen. It's not, nothing is a coincidence. Nothing. Okay. Oh, it's telling me to flip the first card over instead of shuffling. Archangel Michael. So it's saying that a lot of people are not in their heart space. You got 9-9. It's giving me Cancer energy. Then it's telling me to flip it around like this. So this is kind of like a lot of people is saying emotionally are going in the wrong direction, and that's people that still want to force other people's will, bend their will, or people that's too pig-headed. I don't know what the people that have they're too strong-willed for their own good. So like I said, that's I'm gonna read this for y'all, but that's what it was giving me, Cancer energy. So it's people that still have they still eligible to be unlocked, okay, but it's not your concern. Like, if you good and you did what you were supposed to, enjoy the rest of the year. Like, I'm loving fall. I'm excited about Christmas. For some reason, December is going to be absolutely wonderful, and I don't know why. Um, but I don't know why, and I ain't trying to figure out, and I don't care. Like, that's being in a state of flow, letting go, understanding that everything that happened, even the bad stuff, is supposed to happen. Things that people think is tragic or whatever, it's everybody has to wake up in their own way. Okay, so it says reverse. When Michael comes to you regarding, excuse me, when Michael comes to you reading, okay, it's also telling me to tell y'all about the Mercury retrograde. I will do another reading on it. Okay, it is coming on the 25th, which I believe is Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is not going to look as normal, but there will be a lot of revelations that take place telepathically to everyone, which will show the betrayals. But you must know that it's very important to not be provoked when you're shown betrayals that come in the telepathic or 5D realm. Anyway, it could be above that, okay? When you shown real things, do not be provoked because, and I lost it. It was very important. First of all, I'm going to say this, even though I lost it, it the most important thing about that is when you go try to wake a person up, when you get a revelation about something, it's the same exact thing. When you wake a person up, you can't wake them up. If you talk to them, it's almost like talking a foreign language because they don't know what you're talking about. So when somebody sees that you betrayed them, you could be seeing it from a past life, you could be seeing it from this life, you could be seeing a lot of things, but it's not for you. It's just for your protection, so you can remove yourself from that person and that reality. Everything is taken care of you if you just leave it alone. But once you try to intervene, we going back into the trying to control things. I remember what it was. Now it's coming back. Even though you see these betrayals, it's important not to be provoked because it allows you to take accountability. The one that betrayed their self was actually you. So when you find out that somebody betrayed you, most of the time it's because you ignored the red flags or your own intuition. So it's not to make you feel bad. It's trying to help you to understand the lesson of forgiveness and accountability, because you remove yourself from people projecting on you and allowing those projections to have control over you. Okay? Okay. When Michael comes to you regarding, I keep saying regarding, I have no idea why. It says when Michael comes to your reading reversed, it's a sign that you need to reconnect to your real power source. Michael is a channel of divine force, and this card reverse indicates a growing feeling of loss and weakness, spiritually, mentally, and elsewhere. One or more areas of your life may be affected, and you may find yourself in situations where you just don't know what to do or how to take the initiative to do so. If so, it's time to consider all the ways you can start to take your power back. Let go of your old perceptions of limitations and replace them with new thoughts and words that remind you of your God's strength. So let me pause for a minute because I'm still getting downloads. So a lot of us were in contracts and situations where it was just set up like that under this paradigm, or under the, I'm going to call it the Declaration of Independence, where we were mismatched in energy. And because we ignored those red flags and did not understand that we were relating to a deficient part of ourselves that we needed to fix because it was in another flesh or another format, like a job or a house, we tend to blame things that we need to fix, because when that other thing that's external to us will make us deficient, and it will take away from us. But blaming it still leaves you in a void. You still have to repair those things. You have to repair those things. Even if you don't have anything to relate to, you can withdraw from society, but you still got to work on yourself to patch up those holes, so that when you get projections presented to you in your reality, because it might be a job for some, but it's going to be a relationship for others. You get what I'm saying? So you have the free will of whether you're going to relate to something external, or you're going to do your own shadow work with yourself. So I just prefer that, but not everybody does, because yeah, it's just a process. Okay. It says take action on your own behalf. When you do the things you love, you tap the power to make yourself happy. Your soul longs for you to move from timid to truly empowered. Remember that Michael can share his courage with you and help you make that happen. The sun is giving us so many confirmations right now. Okay, and it's telling me to shuffle one more card out and then I'm done. So it's still things up in the air. A lot of people's heart is being unlocked. That's really good. We not waiting for that. We fixing our heart, but we will be able to help a lot of people that's unlocking their heart, their trauma and stuff like that need to be healed. It's like becoming true community, helping out people and understanding everything we relate to is us, because we one mind and one body, but it's car crashes or interference when it comes to communicating in between that. There's competitiveness and there's comparing, and it's no such thing. Even triplets and twins are not copies of each other. Okay. So that's the last card, and then I'm going to flip these over. I'll interpret the ones on the bottom of here after I read this to y'all. But this right here is, once again, people hearts are not open, and when your heart is not open, your intuition is not open. Remember, when you get those, when your physical body, which, let's go with your emotions, okay? Because this is the heart and this water is the emotions. When you're not tapped into that and you don't honor that, you can make yourself sick. You can allow other people to make you sick as well. So now people are tapping into their emotional sensitivity, because it's just the way we move it energetically. People will make you sick. They will cause you to break out in rashes. They will cause you to have stress, you name it, be angry, all of that stuff. So the awareness is getting turned up as high as it can possibly go, to where you don't want to go somewhere, and if you try it, the universe will put pressure on you to try to stop it by flattening your tires, losing your keys, causing interference. But then you need to work through that and not add to it. But that sensitivity level won't allow you to engage in a lot of activities or be in a location or around people longer than you normally would. Okay, it's awareness that's being kicked up, and it's for your protection. All of this psychic ability is for your protection. It's going to help put everybody in the right place across the globe with the right people, blah 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 blah. It says reversed. This card indicates a situation where you're feeling a significant loss of power. This waterfall reverse shows that you are in an emotionally reactive time. Excuse me. You may feel like your life's turned totally upside down, or you may have unintentionally given your power to someone else, whether it's a lover, a boss, a family member, or a friend. Perhaps you are following another person's agenda in spite of your own intuition not to do so. We just talked about that. So that's a huge part of forgiveness, is just to forgive yourself, because it's Cancer energy here again. The mother is coming through so strong. It's so, even men are going to give birth to their children by feeling the disconnect. It's going to hurt in their physical body. They're going to be healing the grandmother and the mother, the matrilineal line, through them. They will be, they'll feel it. And it's not to say that one group will be punished more. It just means that everybody will be more responsible for their emotions and how they treat people. They're going to be becoming aware. So you won't need to say you hurt my feelings. They'll feel it before they hurt your feelings. You get what I'm saying? You'll allow somebody to heal their self, and you go heal yourself on your own. It was other stuff I wanted to say, but I can't remember. It says, perhaps you're following another person's agenda in spite of your own intuition not to do so. In a more extreme form, you may have completely given up falling into depression, or living according to the dictates of another. It's imperative that you rise up and take your power back. It may seem foreign for you to do so, but it's a lesson that your soul longs for to learn. Another important download I got is just this next year is the power to say no. Your ability to say no and accept boundaries and understand for yourself that that's a complete sentence. That's big. And that was the forgiveness was the thing I forgot with this. Forgiveness takes place in yourself. You can't have forgiveness for others until you forgive yourself. Understanding that you learn in a human experience and you have to relate. And learning hurts. You know what I mean? Because at you're at mercy of an external force trying to figure out something that you don't know about, so you are bound to fail. But you can't look at yourself as a failure if you're learning something that you never experienced before. You go along and you build up a tough skin without numbing to things like rejection. Rejection is good for you because it means that a person, place, or thing is not ready for you. That's just an example. Okay. During this phase, take time in your meditations and restful sleep. I definitely need some sleep. I mean, all of us need sleep. Like some good uninterrupted wake up. This Mercury retrograde might hit really, really hard because it's higher understandings that we have to have. It's about falling back down, and I'm not gonna get into it because I know it'll come out in the readings, guys. I'm not hiding nothing from y'all. I'm transparent because I don't care. I'm ready to get on with the show. Lay everything out. It's a lot of people that's ready for that as well. It says, during this phase, take time in your meditations and restful states to tap the love, power, and the value of your spirit. When you understand your true value, you will know that you deserve to carve out your own destiny, and you'll take the steps to do so. What's wrong, baby? 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, just talk to me later. What is it? Okay. And you can make the call.
I know, but
okay, all right.
Out of everything, I'd rather just it's faster this way.
Okay, baby.
But take your time. Let me know when you're done.
Okay. Now going back to this, it says the Akashic field. This is really good to see because we're not tapped in. The reason that we're not tapped into this next phase and why communication is blocked, because this communication block is for people's protection, because there's been so much manipulation. It's been baiting and luring when it comes to contracts. Remember I said that a lot of people have been mismatched, whether you gaining a friend or gaining a collaboration. That is all going to be blocked from you. It's going to be shut down. This was the year of contracts where people was trying to bait and collaborate people together. If it wasn't meant to be together, it's not going to go. It ain't going to go because that is not in alignment with things that you haven't even seen yet. So you got people working on your behalf. This communication will open up everybody's psychic ability, where they supposed to go, who they supposed to be with, and everything else is going to be blocked. Because with Pluto going into Aquarius, everybody is responsible for their own energy. There's no more astral traveling to manipulate. All of that stuff in the secret is being dragged out. There's going to be no more of that. And people are waking up to that. That's been manipulating it a long time. Thought that another paradigm would run. But that's exactly why. If you go to the Akashic Records, it's a lot of books that don't have no words in them. You're not going to see it because it's not written yet. It's going to be written as soon as everything get cleared out your environment. So like I said, this thing's up in the air. It's about to be a lot of endings that takes place. But those endings, with a 9-year, if you let it go voluntarily, it means it's a renewal. You let it go to have a renewal of something. So it's more like a charity thing. Give away clothes. You want a new wardrobe? Give away clothes. Give away food. You get more things back when you give it away, not because you obligated to do it, because you no longer need it. Even if you don't have it, you no longer need it, and you have an excess to give. If I'm happy, I got plenty of happiness to give out. If I have love, I got plenty of love to give out. That's how it works. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I don't know how I'm gonna title this, but I'll figure it out. Thank you. Just to give y'all an update. I did say I was gonna do signs, but let me put it in another reading.